how do we reduce the carbon footprint from heating our homes? Well, the way to do that is to insulate your home. And if you live in a very modern home built in the last few years, it probably already has excellent insulation. So you can forget about that lifestyle area and think about something else. But if you've got an old home, particularly pre-war or more than 30-40 years old, it probably doesn't have much insulation. So how do we insulate it? Well, we need to top up the loft insulation from 100 to 300 millimeters. We need to fit secondary or double glazing onto your windows. We need to draft proof the windows and doors, but also skirting boards and sometimes floorboards, and even where pipes and electrical cables come into the house, so draft proofing. Then wall insulation, which is putting internal wall insulation or external wall insulation. And to do that, on either case, you put a breathable, water permeable insulation board like wood fibre on the inside of the walls or on the outside, and then render that in a moisture permeable lime render. And it's therefore good for the biology of the building, but it reduces the heat loss phenomenally. And finally, the floors, either you take up the floorboards if you've got floorboards and insulate under the floorboards and put the floorboards back down, or if you've got cellars, it's great news because you can just insulate very easily from underneath with wool insulation and put netting underneath. But if you've got solid floors, you may need to excavate the floors. So walls and floors are more of a big job, and so those you might want to do at a time when you're doing some building work on your house. But overall, those 5 things can reduce the heat loss from your home by 80%. And modern homes built today use 1/5 of the energy of old homes, so that's well worth doing, and it's a great improvement to your quality of life because it costs very little to run, it keeps you really nice and warm, and it makes you feel good.